Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be dropping my Madden 21 beta gameplay thoughts. So let's go ahead and dive right into it here. So I didn't look at any of the metas or anything like that before I hopped in. Just jumped in. I've never been one of the people to do any of the metas or anything like that. And to be honest, I don't play much online. But I did jump into some online for this and play now. So I guess we'll just go ahead and start with the play now. So, I'm hoping it's maybe a bit of what the franchise mode can expect, because my biggest complaint was the CPU quarterback. So I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here, because EA or anything like that, it's all going to be 100. I'm not going to lie or anything like that. So in the play now, I did like the way the CPU quarterback was reacting, so I went into practice mode here so I can kind of demonstrate some of the things I want to talk about. So we'll go ahead and talk about this. So first of all, I don't know if you guys would have this in franchise mode, but quarterbacks, if they got like any kind of pressure, they'd start doing this type of thing in the pocket. They'd start running around, running in circles, and then just that would happen. It'd literally just be a sack. That didn't happen when I was in the play now, so I'm hoping that does transfer over to franchise mode. I really am hoping, because I love the way the CPU quarterback was playing in the play now mode. Not against players, just the play now mode against AI. I really liked it. It was on all Madden simulation. So I enjoyed that a lot. Really didn't get a whole lot of those games in, to be honest. I got a decent amount in, enough to know that I liked the way the CPU played. Their defense, cover 3, used to, for Madden 20, would just shut down everything for the CPU. So if I was on defense, cover 3 would literally shut the field down likely. Didn't seem like that. It seems like the quarterback actually knows how to dissect that a bit. So yeah, really no complaints about that, if that's how the franchise mode carries over. I like the animations they got off the DNs with the tackles. I don't know if you guys would get that annoying animation in Madden 20. Like, it would happen like if you face Khalil or DeMarcus Lawrence, where they'd be on you in a second flat, dude. You couldn't do anything. So it seems like your offensive linemen actually want to protect your life. They're out there for you. They're trying to protect you. So I like the way that feels. All right, so now moving on from that, let's move on to, I think, probably the biggest thing here is the new button layout. It threw me for a loop, to be honest. It took me a little bit to get into it. So I'll probably show you a picture of a controller and let you know what's happening. So the moves were changed. So obviously, truck is the right stick up. And obviously they changed that, and now the right stick up is hurdle. So I kind of like it. It's actually a little weird to get used to, but I do like how the right stick up is hurdle. Kind of makes sense in my opinion. And then they changed truck to triangle. So I feel like, everybody goes for the truck. So it's going to make it a little harder to truck now, which I kind of like, because you might get a little more diverse plays. Because I don't know if everybody's just going to go for the truck now, because it's going to be a bit tough when your finger's on the analog stick. And then juke is still left-right. And then the back is called the dead leg juke. It's real nice. It's real nice. Especially when you're using Tyreek. We'll get into that in a minute. But, yeah, those were the main new changes. So those were still X was stiff arm, circle spin. You can still spin like going backwards on the analog stick. Like after you hit a juke, you can go right into a spin. I think some of my favorite things were how you could flow from move to move. That was one of my favorite things. It really actually felt like real life football. It did. So I really enjoyed that. One thing I did have a problem with, I actually wanted to say real quick before we get into the other stuff, was with the play now mode against the AI, there's a problem in the 2-minute drill that I actually sent in a feedback to him on. The CPU will still go hurry up mode and chew like 12 seconds off the clock in a 2-minute drill and then call timeout. So that's really tough, because a lot of the times that's valuable time they're wasting because, let's be honest, CPU never really has had great clock management, so that's something I hope they fix by the time it comes out. But besides that, yeah, Play Now was actually pretty decent. Getting into the abilities, so yeah, the button layout was the same, like I said. The only differences were the up wasn't truck, and that's hurdle now. Getting into the abilities, I liked some of the new abilities I've seen. I really did. They added some insane ones. Like, I don't have a list of literally every one, but the main ones that jumped out for me, this was on Play Online. So I was going against other teams. I played the majority against online guys, and I loved the way it felt. It felt really good. So Tyreek, I mean, I don't know where to begin. Tyreek, so they obviously added the change of direction stat in for that. He has quick change of direction, which makes him literally, he's a joystick now. He's actually a joystick. So, I mean, it feels like a pinball machine when you're using him. So, like, you'd hit Tyreek, and then, okay, well, not there, but you'd hit Tyreek, and he'd literally, you could bounce off just, like, insane. I'll try to get a play here. So he'd go from juke to juke to juke to juke, and then you could hit a spin. And I don't know if you guys caught it. It was IRL, the football game against Jacksonville. Kansas City had IRL, you know, the first week of the season. When it reminded me of when Sammy caught the ball and took it for a touchdown. Like when he juked out and then juked back in. Like, you can just combine things. And it feels really nice. I really like the new way the move system is set up. It feels real nice. One problem I was having though online was, like, if I was to go after a deep route like Watkins and just totally burn somebody, Rack, it felt like at some points Rack would literally go through my guy's hands. Like, my guy would go like this and the ball would just literally go right through him. He'd just miss it, and he had a massive step on him, and that happened a couple times. So that's a little tough. I'll see if I can maybe get a demonstration here. Okay, well, the San Fran's pass rush is insane. And, yeah, the abilities seemed like it was a little more tougher to enter the zone. Like Tyreek, I remember he now has an ability. I think it's rack 'em up. But you had to get like 5 20-yard receptions to get him in the zone. So I don't know if they just upped the the needs to enter the zone, but I guess that would kind of make sense. But it still feels like the Chiefs are going to be the powerhouse of the, just when you're playing team versus team online, because, I mean, when you get him in the bazooka zone, it's just like, what are we doing here, dude? When he's in the bazooka zone, it's, with Tyreek at that change of direction, it's disgusting. It's literally disgusting, and they did update the playbooks with some nice plays. Like, I think my favorite playbook was probably Tampa Bay's. Tampa has just such a diverse passing offense. Theirs was the best passing offense I had seen. Tampa's was. It was just nasty. I mean, so many off plays to get the slot guy involved, tight ends involved. They obviously have to get Mike and Godwin involved, so I feel like that felt perfect for the Chiefs. So that's actually what I went with for a lot of the online games. And to be honest, I was shredding with it. It's just super tough when you get Tyreek the ball, and he has that change of direction. It's so tough, dude. It's so tough to stop. I mean, someone literally, as I hit it, they just rage quit after it, because it's insane. Like, there's no way you can prepare for it, because when Tyreek gets it on the change of direction, dude, the closest thing I can say is like Tariq Cohen when he was on Madden, when he had jukebox and he just bounced like left, right, but that doesn't even do it justice. Like, it's really hard to explain how insane it is with Tyreek on the change of direction. But besides that, there was some cool abilities. Like Kelsey had a new ability where he could hurdle and not fumble the ball. So if you got it to Kelsey real quick and went for a hurdle, he can't fumble the ball. So I like that, because, we've seen Kelsey hit a couple hurdles here and there. And to be honest, I don't go with hurdles much, just for the fact that literally you probably fumble more times than not. Um, then I liked how they adjusted some abilities, like for your guys. The abilities would be like it would have to do with short route running, medium route running, deep route running. So it wouldn't just be your guy can run post routes and your guy just run post. I feel like that was a bit OP. Like post specialist, oh yeah, you can run post routes like the best of them. So it's not like that. Like your guy will literally have things now for 5 yard out routes. You get, a better animation for that. I think Tyreek had something for outs as well. Kelsey obviously had like double moves still. So I really liked the abilities they added. It kind of felt like they added more to the abilities to make the players feel unique. So, each player that had X factors kind of felt unique when I was playing, to be honest. Like Mike Evans, when I faced him, you had to double him. And that's one other thing I wanted to get into. Like, doubles actually work. Like, I know a lot of the time, I would still double people in this Madden. It would still kind of work, but doubles really freaking worked. I love the way double teams work, because obviously, when you double team somebody, it should shut them down. I mean, obviously, you're going to get a play sometimes when there's a monster guy out there that is insane and just going to beat a double team. But for the most part, doubles worked. Like, there was one play that stuck in my mind. I was playing with the Chiefs, and I was playing against the Ravens. They had Marlon on Tyreek. And Tyreek, I mean, Marlon was shutting him down. Like, he was shutting him down, pressing him up. What you'd probably do against Tyreek if you could. And then at one point, I seen it was one-on-one coverage. But the thing is, the safety was literally on the right hash, and Tyreek was on the left hash. Well, just on the left side, and I sent him deep. And I loved how the safety, it was Earl. He literally went, it was like sideline to sideline. Like, safeties actually make up distance to be able to make plays like that, which I just wasn't seeing in Madden 20. So that's a very big thing I'm very hyped for, because I feel like double team should be a massive thing, or at least your safeties, if they're elite, should be able to go sideline to sideline, and that's what it felt like to me. Let's get into some animations now. I loved the way the animations did look. Animations, for the most part, were decent. There were a couple I did have problems with. But, let's get into the ones I had a problem with. So, one of the animations I had a problem with, it would seem like my guy might... Okay, let's see if this is man here. I think it is. Yeah, so look at Sammy. Like, on a pass like that, if it was accurate, you've seen how he had multiple steps on the guy. I felt like if the person I was playing just switched to that guy and held lurk, it gave him the animation where they would lurk, and my guy would have like 4 steps on him, and they'd still get the animation of the lurk and get the pick. It was one of the really irritating things. The only really one of the irritating things that I had faced in there, yeah, that was tough, because you'd have steps, and then all they'd have to do was hold triangle and lurk it. It's not like it was a bad ball. It literally, they'd make up steps like nothing off that. So that's a really big complaint I had there. Other than that, I'd say the offensive line animations were great. Like, we know this year, Madden 20, DeMarcus Lawrence roasted everything he touched. Really, Khalil Mack did. Any elite pass rusher, pretty much, even if you had an elite O-lineman, just destroyed him. But it seems like your offensive line, the animations are really nice. So, like, if you get a speed rush animation, it's on the D-line. It's not like an immediate sack. You still have a chance, but it's not like one play, and like Nick Bosa here. Like, he just roasts him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just ripping double teams like that. I feel like it takes just a bit longer to get to the quarterback, which I like. Now, I did face some people that were trying out, like, metas, like, going freaking pinch, base of line, sending slot corner blitzes, like, Hardman, like, the guy on Hardman, they'd blitz him in, base of line, make it so immediate pressure was on me. And that's where I found out that Escape Artist is not what it was. So this is what I feel like Escape Artist was. So look at how quick you shoot out. when I hit R2, my guy, Mahomes, he flies out like a cannon, all right? So look when we hit Escape Artist. There's no stop. It's just boom. We're out of the pocket. We're flying, dude. We're flying. But the Escape Artist, I really like the change they made because I feel like Escape Artist was a bit OP in Madden 20, to be honest. So it's like a second delay. So it's like what you do is that and then you take off. So you'll get walking for like maybe a second and then you'll pick up full speed. So it's literally, you don't go 0 to 100. You go probably 0 to 70, then to 100, if you guys understand what I'm saying there. So it looks like they did trim that down a little bit. Like I used Lamar a little bit and he was still really nice, but the Escape Artist getting fixed like that, it kind of made it a little less, you know, insane. So I really liked that change. But yeah, so for the most part, I did like the beta. I really enjoyed it. I actually really did enjoy it. I've been seeing a lot of people saying negative things about it, but I was getting great games in the beta. I told you guys some of the things I didn't like was the animation where the Rackham. So like if Tyreek Deep here just beat Sherman and it was one-on-one coverage. Actually, let's see if it is. Nope, it's not. He might outrun it though. Yeah, like right here. I'd go rack and it would just, that would happen, but Tyreek would miss it. It would just go through his fingers and it was in the exact position to catch it. So that's something that I thought was a little weird. One thing I want to talk about real quick, like screen passes. Screen freaking passes are fixed. They are great. I love them. So the screen pass now is actually like I would say the route McCoy's on. So I never understood why a screen pass would be the route Williams is on anyway. So they make it more like a flat. Like you're literally just running a flat, but the Williams would like take a bit of time. Screens are so insane. I love the way screens work now. Like you actually can call screens and not like, this is what a screen is. Like my guy stops for like 3 seconds and if they send a mid blitz, you're roasted. So I liked how screen passes were like a flat, more like your guy would still go slow to get the blockers in front. But I really love the way they changed screen passes for the running backs. Great addition there. Really love that. That's probably going to wrap up my review here. No, I did go on for a little bit, but I just wanted to let you guys know what I thought of the beta. Let me know what you guys, thought. If you guys think that sounds decent or not. I was being 100 though, I'm not just saying I liked it just because EA or anything like that. I was just giving my honest opinion to you guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.